Hello everyone, it's Jen, Scrapbena Creations. I'm so excited to be sharing another scrapbook and cards today, the SCT Sampler. This one is from May 2021. I'm a little late getting this up, but it was a super fun kit, so different from the first one I received. So this is the second of, I believe, my 6-month subscription. Now, typically in the kits, you'll get curated bits and odds and pieces from 2 collections. So this month it's Jen Hadfield Reaching Out collection, and then the second one is the Simple Stories Safe Travels collection. So I'm just flipping through the 6x6 pattern paper. Now oftentimes these will be 12x12 pattern papers cut down into 6x6. What I do like about that is oftentimes we will get full-size 3x4 cards, which you'll see here. I got a couple of them, as well as some 2x2s and then a 4x6 as well. So that's super fun. I do love pocket page scrapbooking, even though I don't often show it. I typically do travel-related pocket scrapbooking at this point in my life. So also in this kit, there were 2 sticker sheets. So these kits can vary. So I'm just showing you what I got. And the reason for that is because the whole reason behind the sampler is that you get a sampling of each of the products. So you can see here, I got this rainbow clip, a little bit of enamel dots. Here's a few of the ephemera I received from both of the collections. So super fun. There were these gold foil words that were kind of perforated, and I ended up really loving these. I used these on a few of my cards. So just going to show you the ephemera here that was in my kit, and then I'll show you the full stamp set. This is a Heidi Swapp stamp set that was in this month's sampler, and then an exclusive full-size traveler's notebook, which is so cool. Look how gorgeous that pattern paper is. So I'm going to put the traveler's notebook and the stamp set aside, as well as the travel-themed items, and I'm going to save those for a project when I actually go on a trip, hopefully soon, after COVID, still in lockdown where I am. But anyways, I am showing you a couple of the sentiment stamps here that I used. One is the More Classic Sentiments and the other is Home Sweet Home, both by Heffy Doodle. And we're moving on to card number 1. So today I'm going to be creating 6 cards with you, and I loved the rainbow pattern paper. So my first 2 cards actually are using 2 pattern papers, the plaid pink one here, and then the rainbow. And with these 2 card designs, I was able to get 2 full-size A2 cards out of those 2 6x6 pattern papers, and really didn't have too much left over, so that was great. And I'm going to use this sun sticker with the word hi in the center. Now I did want it to kind of stand out from the pattern paper, so I did cut out a circle using one of my dies on some white cardstock just to back that a little bit. And then with that stark white with mostly the ivory colored pattern paper, I decided I needed a little bit more white. So I'm bringing in a couple Love from Lizi peel off stickers. If you've never seen these are super fun. They create little strips or borders, and they look great where 2 pieces of pattern paper meet. And this will just bring in that white. Now I do fix that top one a little bit. I couldn't tell while I was filming that it's slightly crooked, but once I finish filming this card, I will straighten that up a little bit. And that, as you can see, just pulls in that white from the circle. And then I'm adding the Thinking of You gold foil little sentiment there on top of the sun, and quick and easy cards. So all of the cards today can be made super quick, so if you need something in a hurry, these are perfect. So here's where I'm using the rest of the pattern paper from those 2 6x6 sheets from the first card. I'm going to have the rainbows coming down the left hand side, and then the plaid pink pattern paper to the right hand side. And I think this is my favorite card. These two pattern papers would also work really well together for a baby girl card, I think, if you wanted to change up the sentiment. So I'm using 3 of the hearts from the sticker sheet that match 3 of the colors in the rainbow. And then I'm adding the sentiment thank you to the bottom. Now these had perforated edges. I did trim them with my trimmer just to get those little bumps off them, but I really like those. So that was really surprising to me that I liked them as much as I did. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to try the sampler. I'm not affiliated with Scrapbook and Cards today, but I just wanted to have a little something to enjoy, happy mail every month, and kind of push my creativity and receive stuff that maybe I normally wouldn't purchase and see what I could do with it. So those little sentiments were definitely something I would never have purchased but ended up loving. So here we're on to the next card. This coffee cup pattern paper is so cute, and of course I love the navy blue. So I used one of the 3x4 cards, turned it to the back, and I love all the different sentiments on the back of that. And then I used a 3x4 card that says have an amazing day. Cut that out with a stitched oval, added one of the blue sticker hearts, and that card was complete. We're already on to card number 4. Like I mentioned, these cards were all super quick. So I really loved the house pattern paper. So I'm using a 3x4 card here at the top with this beautiful floral pattern. And then this yellow, I don't know if it's really plaid. It's kind of like that pink one that I called plaid, but it's almost like a diagonal buffalo check, sort of. I don't know. I don't know what the proper pattern name is for that. But anyways, I used that. I'm adding a strip of the houses there to the kind of bottom one. Well, I guess it's lower than the middle of the card, but higher than the 1/3. And then I added the sticker scallop border to the bottom of that. Decided to add this Love from Lizi peel off here in the white, just to bring in some more of that white from the scallops. And then I decided that I was going to add this welcome home strip underneath it, and I ended up ripping the paper. So I, in the end, decided to cut down this little strip with the welcome home. So that's from the Heffy Doodle Home Sweet Home stamp set, and everything will be listed in the description box below. All of the products that I'm using, including links to the 2 collections. If you want to see stuff up close or maybe do a little shopping of your own. And the ink that I'm using is the Catherine Pooler ink in Juniper Mist. It's a really pretty navy ink. It's one of my favorites. So originally I had wanted to tuck that welcome home banner underneath the strip that had the houses on it. Had to change the plans when I ripped the paper, so I decided just to angle the end of that little strip and add the sentiment to the left hand side. So I did leave a border on this card, so I cut the pattern paper. The inside would measure around 4 by 5 1/4. So that is that card complete. Just added another one of those heart stickers to finish that off. And then moving on to card number 5, I loved this bold rainbow print. And I did cut that out using a Honeybee Stamps scalloped frame die. Love those dies. Just added my stamp block there to let the glue dry so I wouldn't have any issues with warping. And then I'm using this You Go Girl sentiment, and I was pointing out to you that these stickers are really cool because they're on like an acrylic almost background. So you could actually use that little frame that I took this out of the center to create a shaker card, and you already have your little piece of acetate there in place. So that was really cool. I've never seen that before. I don't know if that's more common in scrapbooking, and that's why I haven't seen that, but I thought that was really neat. So I ended up adding the You Go Girl sentiment onto some of that bold orange and white polka dot pattern paper. but I still felt like it wasn't popping off the card enough, so I just grabbed some of my scrap cardstock here. This is 80-pound Accent Opaque. If you've never heard of this cardstock, it's amazing. I use it for coloring my images with my alcohol markers, and it's so affordable. I use it as well for my everyday staple kind of white cardstock. So there you can see the sentiment now pops off that page so much better. And then I'm going to use 3 of these heart stickers. I did decide to pop them up on some foam tape. Now originally I had in my design to have the hearts in a row underneath this sentiment, and those 3 colors, the red, the yellow, and the blue, match the little rainbows perfectly. But then when I saw it at the bottom, I decided to switch up my design and to have them framing the sentiment, and I love the way that this ended up turning out. This is actually one of my favorite cards as well. I didn't end up using that strip with the It's Your Day on it. I'll use it on the inside so it won't go to waste. So on to card number 6. This floral pattern paper is just stunning. I loved it. So I used a strip of the bold orange and white polka dot paper. I did use my Lawn Fawn scalloped border die there to cut out a scallop border on the bottom. I'm using this large hello sticker. These were super fun. They're almost like a foam sticker. They're very sticky, and I love the gold shine to them. They're pretty much a gold foil, I guess I would say. And then I added the little ephemera happy day underneath with the blue, which I thought picked up on the blue in the flowers. And then I'm adding this orange heart to my card as well, trying to figure out where I wanted that. And that's where I ended up having it to the left upper hand side of the word hello. So I'm going to slow this down, recap the 6 cards. Again, this was the May SCT Sampler. The June one should be here in the next week or so. So I'm so excited to see what comes in that kit because, like I said, this one was so different, but I have loved both kits so far. All the information for subscribing to the kit is below. It is super economical. I would highly recommend it. Thank you all for watching. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you really soon in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.